to feel against today, and they have prided themselves on a very, very wide map pool. But no, we do have Vertigo basically now. You know, obviously, as we mentioned, VERTEX looks strong up against LFO on that only a couple of hours ago. Is it going to be Rooster to fend them off and take us to nuke, or are VERTEX going to be able to lock it in? So let's dive into the game right now and find out. Komodo, walk me through.
Well, Nedic's going to run us through over towards the A side of the map. See what this pistol round is going to look like for us. Again, defense on this CT side. Love to bolster it with these dualies. These rounds, I mean, we are just seeing such slowness in these pistol rounds in all of them so far today.
Bit of movement. ADK getting that opening. Addict will be taken down. So Rooster finding a important opening frag as Addict does start to fall away as he hears the footsteps up towards the ramp.
Oh, tries to block out the smoke.
Can't quite do it. Addict now. Going to have some support from Chelios, but Brace does manage to find it. Look at Malta on this lurk as well. Komodo actually are starting to pull away. They get the dink onto Chelios. Malta is really, really picking up the pace here. I don't know what they want to do. Do they want to rotate over towards B, or do they want to just try and find this? I think Malta's made the call.
He surely would have had to at this point. He's got HP. Brace has half. Are they expecting him this close? They are, but he's whiffing it out. He's going to get taken out from the back of his head. If you missed that one against ASAP anyway, TJP to take it. Now we need to see something from hazr because they're almost just locked in with 20 seconds to go at this B site. That's a Sharpie. That's an even better one. And now Chelios only has 7 HP.
Yeah, very nasty round, but you know, it almost did start to fall apart for them as Chelios does find that one. He's only a slither of HP. Brace does fall to the right. Opportunity. Chelios does not have the kit. Knows that he has to find the fight. Brace. So he's just going to be waiting ever so patiently, but it's going to be about this verticality.
Oh, no way.
Where does he go? Chelios gets the round done. I have a feeling potentially, like, is that one where Malta, who, you know, is the secondary voice, the secondary caller in this roster, has he made that call? Has he said come B and let the team down there? I'm not sure, but irrespective, Rooster, make it work.
I don't think he's let the team down. I think that's just a case of where it's a hazr at the end there. He gets those 2 massive headshots, and then it's a 2 versus 1. Unfortunately, Chelios just 1 beast hazr, and then your last remaining soldier's already on quite the low HP. Try to get away from the situation, and it just doesn't work out. I don't think there's anything to take away from Malta in that situation. Maybe if you're a Malta non-enjoyer, I'm not going to say hater, that's a very strong word, or you're a Rooster enjoyer, maybe I'll say that Malta made the wrong call, but should have got the kill, yada yada. End of the day, Rooster get that pistol. Force up from VERTEX here, though, Mitch. A little bit of utility with a lot of rifles.
Certainly is. Lots of damage dealt on the hazr nice and early, though. Nothing spotted just yet. That utility didn't quite do what they were hoping for. But as they do reposition, they are a little bit aggressive here, Rooster, as they hunt for the frags on the other side of the grate. But ASAP doesn't push too far forward. Nedic does get a little bit of damage dealt to him by PZ. hazr does manage to find Nedic as well, despite the low HP. There's Molten from ASAP. TJP now with a lot of work to do, but Brace will find. Brace will connect. And now ADK has to go for this rotation. Chelios a long way away, but so is the bomb. Still gets across onto the site, but they will be afforded that position at the very least with a smoke nade.
HE can take out hazr, but it could also take a lot of damage out of Brace. And then if you're going to throw the third member in the mix, PZ can have some damage taken on out. And now this puts into the realm for these famuses, whatever the plural is, to get the damage and maybe figure out the rounds.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Gotta be careful here. ADK does get the smoke down, and they are going to be onto it. I don't know if they know exactly where he is. The lineup does the damage, but I think there's a kit there. Have they got it?
He's still
I think
got
they
time.
do. Yeah, it should be fine. All is well. But yeah, that certainly does go down to the wire again. But a big round from ADK. The man who is handy in a clutch, as we know from his performances overseas, gets the job done.
It's another player advantage situation for VERTEX when the plant goes down as well, though, Mitch, so they have to try and crawl out. And they can't.
I'm almost wondering, do VERTEX force here? You know, we think about how it kind of looked for Rooster in that previous one. You know, 1 alive for Rooster. Obviously, that was the force, but they did get the plant. Could get a few Galils. Yeah, there it is. That's the force buy coming in off the back of this timeout.
Is it the force fully, or is it a little bit of a raid boss to still get PZ with an AWP next? That's what I want to know. All right, he's bought a Galil. So it's everybody going in as a team, as you should. No missed buys, no sellbacks in CS. You're in it to win it.
I like it. Sort of, you know, giving your opponent a taste of their own medicine, as it would be. So, they really dive in, knowing that Rooster's got no cash to kind of play with after this round if they're unsuccessful. But, you know, Rooster, they can thrive against some of these rounds. Flash out to try to take early control of the ramp, but Chelios at least is straight in there. Addict does get the response, but they're hot under the heels. That Molotov makes it tough, but is that the site ripped open? No, I don't think it is. The nade goes out, but there's 2 members already here. Do they freeze? Do they slow down? Or do they continue to try and fight this fight? I think they want to send their way back towards B here.
Well, player advantage for Vertex equalized while ASAP finds Malta. He can reposition to hold down that Bravo site. That almost just puts a stop on what thought Vertex had to rotate over. And now they're with a 3 versus 3 situation for sure. They don't have HP really on 2 of these players. Only a single smoke and a flash. So if you want to get back into the site, you almost just kind of have to do it dry. Try to get some trades out together.
A slow walk now. Hesitation from both sides. Rooster just need to absolutely park their position. No need to peek for TJP. 80k can make it work. They know exactly where everyone is now, and it's a full 3-on-3. PZ down to 1 point of HP. Now they cross off the back of that flash. 80k. This man's a monster right now. Addict is just a gentle push away from his demise. They know exactly where he is. Great shot, but it's TJP to close. And that's a 3rd round here for Rooster. Vertex, unfortunately, the forcing doesn't work out for them. And with no bomb plan, no aggression, you know, they started off the round so hot, but then after pumping the brakes, nothing went their way.
Yeah, and again, these advantage situations that Vertex are finding themselves are very quickly answered by Rooster to try and just put the lid on this one. 3 nice CT-sided rounds. 2 forces shut down, mind you. Still really early stages of this map. See what the pistols are going to be able to do for Vertex here. Of course, Rooster doesn't have too much economy built up just yet with all the damage that's been delivered. But around such as this, if you can navigate with all 5 live, it will certainly help your case to try and send us to map 3.
Absolutely. Another very, very slow round. I felt like this was a similar sort of trend between LFO and Vertex earlier on this evening. Rooster very much feel in control of this map so far, despite some nice shots coming out so far from Vertex. Chelios definitely bites off a little bit more than he could chew, though. Addict will take him down very, very quickly, punishing the aggression there. Not exactly what you want to see from Rooster in this position.
No, but if you are Rooster and you're aware of what's happening, play a little bit more distant, you should be good to finish off the remainder of this round. Cheeky position from Nedic, but oh my lord, brace. Still keeping things very tight-knit. Again, that player advantage, though, is going to go over to Rooster. These trades are very rapid. As the bomb will bring its way over towards the B site. There is an opportunity for a plant here for Vertex.
Yeah. He will be able to get to site quick enough. Addict has to play up very, very close. Does hear the footsteps up towards CT. They should swing at the right opportunity, though. TJP, no! Not checking! What's going on there? What is going on there? How have they let that happen? Yeah, Addict's got to let him know, and it's almost fair enough at this point.
I think at that point in time, Rooster are probably considering that there's no way that they're already pushed up that far, right? If they've just gotten the bomb from the A site and they've run over, they've just planted and they're playing back. Unfortunately not. Always clear your corners. As that round is pilfered. Vertex on the board. And I was saying, you know, if you can win these rounds with 5 alive, and what happens? You lose it. And now you got no money. Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike. Sometimes it beat.
Yep. Oh, Chelios does have an A1S. A couple of pistols for the remainder of the squad. No kits, though, so you do have to be careful. There is a plant down for VERTEX. Opening engagement, though. That rifle is down. Is it retrievable, however? I don't think so.
VERTEX win this. Brings himself into a really, really solid position, but they've got to get all their ducks in a row here. Looks like Rooster's actually going hunting in towards mid, trying to gather a little bit of an advantage as best as they can.
Bit of an off angle for Addict. It's expected. It's cleared. It's equalized, and it's a gun retrieved. It's 2. It's both of them, in fact.
Yeah, learning their lessons from that previous round, not checking the corner. PZ, though, does manage to make quick work of TJP.
Do you go for this retake if you are Rooster? No kit, as I mentioned. No smokes either. You're going to have a purchase in the next round. I think if you are the Rooster, you're also saving Kevlar helmets on 2 of these players. It's not a bad idea to just take these 2 guns into the next round. And even for ASAP, I mean, a 5.7 and this Kevlar, it can still get in some decent damage in close proximity.
Definitely worthwhile to carry this on. But VERTEX get the response that they desperately need. Rooster will be forcing again, for sure. So it'll be that continue of the economic battle for at least a few more rounds until we finally have to see Rooster take the knee with the USPs dry. But VERTEX seem to have gotten a little bit of a wriggle on these last few rounds as the money does really start to stack up with hazr sitting just below 7k.
No AWP for PZ yet on this T side either. Not really fancying it, and when you're up against the pistols, the wrong move, you can potentially lose your life very quickly as well, so it's not a bad idea to stay on the rifle. Those ghost bullets are overpass as well, probably has a bit to play. But with the saving of the weaponry here for Rooster, just relying upon what Chalanetic carry over with ASAP there with that 5.7 as well. Seeing what damage can be done early. All of the utility going to be gone if ASAP throws the smoke that he held. Real early on the time limit as well, isn't it? 1:20 to go. Now they've seen him over at this B side. It's ASAP, and he's gone.
Yeah, quick work. hazr makes it happen. Now the rotation is a long way away. ADK gets absolutely dunked there. Still peeking forward for more is hazr. Another HE in hand. That will tickle TJ. With that bomb being planted, not really a whole lot Rooster can do here.
Nah, are you just going to save these 2 guns yet again into the next round where you do have your proper purchase? Because if you're taking weapons away from VERTEX, it's not really going to do much in the grand scheme of things. There's remaining 2 pistols, one of which is gone. TJP's low. That's Team Dink.
That is just a bit of excitement, a bit of spice in your life. But another good round from VERTEX. You know, this is the economy stacking phase, right? You know, they find 3. Money is really, really good. They've only got to reinvest into utility and some upgraded Kevlar again. Everything else is pretty happy days, to be quite honest. Rooster obviously, again, going to force, I would say. Well, and it was only light in the previous round.
Yeah. It's been kickstarted as well from that Essential Eco round that VERTEX won. Now they've converted a couple of gun rounds. We've tied up the scoreline. We've got another gun round to be presented now. No AWP for Chelios, however. So if you're able to get on top of this one as VERTEX, you can start to actually fashion a pretty decent T-side.
Definitely looking good. What the doctor ordered. But again, for VERTEX, irrespective of result tonight, is going to be whether or not they have the capacity to carry it over tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
They'll be able to watch that game. First up, which again will be the winner of John Industries versus LFO, which looks like it's moved into map 2 now on Nuke. 3-0 up for LFO.
Yep.
But Rooster, of course, you know, still in it to win it here. We know Nuke will be that 3rd map if needed. And Rooster have got a hot-looking Nuke, but then again, so do VERTEX. So.
Well, remember, VERTEX's strongest side against LFO was the T side on this very map. just a few hours ago. So we'll see if that is going to continue here. As there's a couple of trades overlooking TJ.
Oh, very nicely traded. Medic.
Oh, and now they know where he is.
The line. Yeah, they've got the info now. Was looking really good for Rooster for a second there. Not quite looking in. hazr, though, gets two very, very big frags. A huge nade.
This is to get on the board for Netic as well, Mitch.
Yeah, slow start. Does take the risky jump over across, and he finds it. PZ does get taken down. No kit. I don't think there's actually one around either, so he is going to look to get that smoke down. Plays the off angle. How does Brace approach it? Does he give away his position? No, he doesn't. But Netic! He will find it. Never count him out in the clutch. I think he does have enough time, so it's going to be all okay. It's going to be tight.
No, he's got it.
Nah, he's good. He's good. What am I
one
thinking?
One of those things for Brace there as well, where as soon as you hear that shot that he's off the bomb, try to tuck away, but he almost sticks the fight, then tries to tuck away. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Lead back over towards Rooster.
Good way for Netic to get back on the board, though, right? 2v,
yeah, for sure.
2v1 clutch. Happy days.
ADK going to be down to the Famous. Again, you know, the economy of VERTEX is built up quite nicely that they've got a round to buy in this one and the next, regardless of what happens here. So they've afforded themselves a little bit of a safety net. Albeit still down on that round count. Ooh. Setting up a little bit of utility. Bit of a delayed mid-play. See what's going to happen potentially for VERTEX in the later stages of this one. Split through mid to B. On its cards later on when they do get the plan as well. If they get the plant, Mitch. Because TJP is holding the fort.
God, he's good. Up high, gets the info, actually knocks him off the perch as well. Is hazr going to go for that additional peek? TJP so patient, just waiting for it. He's so keen for this fight, though. He's calling for a flash, you know it. He wants frags, and he might get them. There's another. Make it a third, but it's traded Addict. Gets the frag back. Has TJ gone too far? 40 seconds. Bomb down. PZ healthy. 3 versus 2. They've got all the info that they could have ever asked for. As Addict picks up another ADK. This is what I mean. Rooster pushing too far. That was a 2 versus 5. And all it started from was a cheeky TJP looking for his ace.
Yeah. I thought potentially for VERTEX that they were going to go for a little bit of split with 3 players or maybe even 4 up through those B stairs and then 1 a little bit later on through mid, but a little bit one-dimensional from them instead, all trying to go through the B stairs. It eventually works out, so I guess credit where credit's due. They wait sneakily in that smoke to get the job done, but those sort of situations, right, as Rooster, shouldn't be hunting for that clip. You want to be making sure that you're maximizing percentage to win the rounds.
Man, oh man. Good response. Good position. There's that eco. All eyes on Chelios and this rifle. Brace gets the opener. Good response as well out of Addict.
Yeah, big
Great
shots. Great
movement in together. Holding hands. Skipping through mid.
And now you only have to contend against these little lackluster pistols. And I guess that A1S that Netic has taken, but it doesn't even matter for hazr.
God.
Yeah, nice. I think he played Counter-Strike a few times before.
Yeah, remember how this guy had a quiet start to the opening series? Well, he's woken up.
Yep. Hey, do you reckon he's still using his Tyloo mouse?
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
In the spirit of it, right?
Yeah, that thing has always made him more powerful, I feel.
Yeah.
The juju surrounding that.
Definitely.
13-5 for him at the moment. Having an absolute ripper.
For a bit more momentum. Quick up the ramp again. Just util this time. Netic gonna try dunk some down and fight it back. It is a few of them looking for this contest. Smoke obviously still down. Boost over the top from Brace. Will he gather some info? It doesn't look like it just yet. Just a few warning shots, but PZ's pretty keen here. They are all the way up towards the sandbags as well. Now another smoke looking to go down. PZ, they managed to bait it out. Man, Addict on this entry is just an animal. We'll talk
he's
about
still
it shortly
going,
in just a
Mitch.
second as he just charges forward. That's 3 and an immediate save call. Like, I'm going to run on it now, Komodo, right? Like,
Go for it.
Again, he was removed from this roster, picking up a gamble, trying to pick up Savage, see if it works out for Vertex. As Addict, you know, a little bit inexperienced, trying to kind of find his way. Addict then went over to a different roster for a little while. I think it was a project in Aftershock or Aftermind or after... No, wait, what was it again?
No, it was...
With Ricky, right? That was that team for a little while that he was playing in.
How long ago are we going?
A while back now.
That's
it's about a year
last year, June, July or something, right?
Correct, exactly. That's what I'm thinking back to. That team that had... you know, they upset Greyhound in one of the qualifiers.
PZ, Roffleco, APOC dud Malta. That's when they got Malta. They removed
Addicts, that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
you are correct. You are correct. And then they've obviously played around a little bit after a couple different changes.
Yeah,
and then bringing Addicts back to the roster, I would
when
say
APOC
that
dud left,
arguably
yeah.
he has probably been the most successful player since his return, in my opinion. You know,
I think
Brace,
so.
obviously.
Yeah, I think so.
You put Brace up just always because he is the IGL and he is the IGL that's built himself up from nothing in this region.
Well, just quickly
right?
on that, right? When Addict left and then Malta came in, then Roffleco left and Addict came back in, they went with Valiance, Vexite, Blitz, Forlex, Savage, and now hazr. So they rotated out that 5th spot so many times.
Once they brought Addicts back, did they start to find some level of serious success again?
Yeah.
He was also a big performer at DreamHack too, even though they just narrowly missed out on some game wins on stage. That was a great event too. So much fun.
Well, let's steer this ship back on course, shall we?
It's the eco, of course.
ASAP and TJP. Tickle the flames on both accounts. As PC's also been taken down pretty low.
Malta up close alongside Addict. Good couple of openings. Spot some info onto ASAP. Malta will make quick work.
This is possible.
They are keen to go for it. ADK is very close. If they gather that info, hazr able to respond it nice and quick. And it's okay. Good response. Good reaction. Vertex walk away with a 7th. Rooster not really had much momentum since the start of this one, Komodo. It's all been Vertex the whole way through. Ever since that sort of swing round that we saw off the back of that eco round win.
Yeah. I mean, it was 9-6 in our previous series where Vertex was able to find against LFO. Now certainly looking to get some sort of similar scoreline with the way this one is a-flowing. Rooster can definitely make me eat my words if they're able to bunker down on this CT side and get this round over the line. Bit of util dumping over towards the A ramp, however. As the AWP in the hands of Chelios is going on in with a bit of assistance from from Nedic.
Still a very slow approach. Basically just waiting for Vertex to make any sort of level of mistake here, Rooster. But it's Malta again. These entries, this level of confidence that's coming out from Vertex is what you basically need to see from them regularly. And maybe, just maybe, Rooster is saving something for them.
That's Malta's position, bro. I swear.
Exactly.
That girder, he makes that his.
But 3 crispy shots again. And, you know, they've got the money to hunt well and truly. You know, hazr up 15k, Addict up just below 12. Surely they can try and fight for this and rip the AWP out of the hands of Chelios if they want.
Yeah, this is round is going to solidify the half at least for Vertex. Get that 8th on the board. You're looking for extra. Hazard's nearly capping out on money, and Addict is not too far off from doing the same. Meanwhile, you got Malta down nearly out of money on the same team. These guys are not losing their life to justify the spending.
What's Malta been wasting his money on? Oh, here they go.
There
Well
you go.
held,
Now
well
they have
held.
to buy.
All is good. All is well.
Well, what's the answer going to look like? Back for Rooster. No timeout. No discussion to be had. I think that they might need one as well because things starting to get away from them a little bit. Yeah, if this looks something to be like an 11-4 half, it'll be quite difficult for them on the exchange potentially. We've still got 3 more rounds to play. Early engagement. Chelios does that one nicely.
ASAP with a reasonable response. But hazr and Addict sort of quickly turning it out, right? You know, back to this 2-on-3. We've seen Vertex win from these disadvantages. Bomb should be able to be planted. This line tries to go far forward. Brace. It'll be taken. There we go. Finally, we see Rooster break the mold and regain a level of stability here. They've still got money in the bank. Still got enough to wrangle some weapons together here. AWP for Chelios in hand still. And a tactical timeout will be called here by Vertex. 2 rounds left in the half, Komodo. Is it going to be 10 for Vertex or Rooster going to drag this a little bit closer and make it a bit more sweaty for the side of Vertex? Make them work harder into the night.
Yeah, well, it's getting quite late, isn't it? Nearing 11 p.m. here over in Melbourne. For people overseas in New Zealand, it's even later.
Well, there's a few of them too.
Yeah.
Got Nedic, Chelios, Addict, all from across the pond, running those late night grinds.
Can never remember if it's like 4 hours from Melbourne time or if it's 3.
To New Zealand?
Yeah.
2.
Might even be 2. Daylight savings or something makes it even further.
Into... Oh, no. Nah, still 2. Always 2, because they have daylight savings as well. So it's 4 and then 5 for me, and 2 and 3 to you guys.
Too many numbers, too much math.
Definitely.
Doesn't
Chat
belong
said I
on
can't
broadcast.
count earlier, which is absolutely fair and valid, so that's fine. I agree. But Chelios really looking for this early pick. Going nice and wide. But nothing spotted on the boost line. Brace just waiting ever so patiently down towards the ramp box.
Bit of an interesting mid, though. See what I was going to say ADK can do from the plat, but that's just some nice raw adjustment from PC, and now we need to see some positional adjustment from the Rooster members. Not too much utility to try and keep things at bay. They're going to have to sacrifice actual bodies to get these rotations happening, to try and get these fights won. If they do contend over towards the B side, it is going to be a battle against ASAP and TJP. Playing a close, dangerous line as ASAP. Brayson finding Nedic. I'm not sure if they're going to consider falling to the A side. I think now you have to. He's just opened it up. You've seen ASAP at this B side. Now you got to whiff for TJP, but it doesn't even bloody matter, man.
Oh my god!
That's 5 alive for Vertex at the end of that one. That's nasty.
That's the craziest part, right? You know, Brace just tears through A, gets both. Rooster don't move, and they still get rinsed from the ramp with hazr just clicking heads. Addict and hazr have just been playing phenomenally throughout this map. You know, and Rooster, like, the fragging department outside of the 2 carries for Vertex, they're not, like, overly far behind by any means, you know? Like, ADK sitting top of the server. TJP's had a couple of decent moments. But, yeah, this is just Vertex all over, effectively. Nedic does get down nice and close. I'm not sure if he can spot that one out. It's so close. A little bit of a tickle here might work it out and give away that position. But that additional smoke doesn't make it any easier. If Netic goes for the spray, maybe, just maybe.
Important round this one. Netic in a good position as well, but expected in red. It doesn't even matter. Deals away with one on towards Brace. Gets away with his life.
Poor Brace was the one on top as well.
Yeah.
And to go down, that one's got to hurt slightly. But there's Netic being taken down by Peasy. The tag not really mattering in the end with that big boomstick working out.
Hmm, 50 seconds though. At least equalized, right? See what way Vertex can do to get back in towards this one. This is going to be 80k this time, challenged over with Shell at the A site. Rotation drawn from TJP. Again, a situation where you just need to have your gun up, focused on your crosshair. And that's nicely navigated.
Yeah. Quite clean. Traded, though, effectively. Now it's just the 1v2 on towards the site. ASAP really needs to get moving. He holds that long line. It's going to be really close to the fire. He gets up nice and high at heaven. ASAP finds the frag. Paisy and hazr trying to make it work. Bomb is dropped. He has to go for it here. hazr, where does he plant, though? Should look to fall back towards the default, but does ASAP go for the walk-in? It looks like the timing's going to be tough, irrespective. hazr been fragging 20 and 7.
Yeah,
ASAP.
insane.
Normally a star of the server, Komodo.
Oh, he's tucked in, hasn't he? Only one
Slow
angle to
walk.
watch. One angle to watch. Up above, but he's got it. Wow!
Oh, hazr! An incredible half. VERTEX with 10. Does Rooster have to take it back? We'll find out shortly. And with a hot-looking half here from VERTEX, they lead the charge with double digits, 10-5. Rooster still have what it takes, certainly, to come back, but it's going to be off the back of a quick start here on this T side. Do they have what it takes, or will it be VERTEX going to that final?
Definitely have to wait and see what this pistol round is going to look like. We're seeing a lot of slow pistols. This is actually looking to shape up quite similar with everyone on Rooster going for Kevlar. Mitch, I cannot remember the last time I've actually seen this from a squad like Rooster. Usually they're running dualies, they're running flashes and all the utility. So it's a bit of a change up for them. As they start to creep on up this A side of the map. That's a Sharpie from Nedic. Looking for another one.
Crept up underneath. Didn't see it at all. It's like a free opening here. And now Nedic does actually manage to keep the interest over here as well. Malta is trapped as they come through mid here. They're going to be able to overwhelm him nice and quickly if they don't go too far. It's traded out okay. Addict does get one back, but now hazr has to try and join the fray as well. 3-on-2, awkward. No kit either.
Oh, but they've bought time and numbers. Oh, that's another one.
Oh. How does he keep doing it? hazr, all he needs is just his final frag as they keep on running around. They're going to charge. They're going to look to get him, and they do. Oh, hazr, you are a monster.
You got to remember as well, Malta's actually done pretty well to at least find one kill and draw them all away from the site by a bit of time as the plant goes down from Rooster for his teammates to get the rotations over. Because as soon as he's done that and he's bought time, it let Addict and hazr actually situate in a situation where they're expecting players to still be on the side itself. No one over towards the side hole. No one deep into the sandbags or deep in towards ramp. So it's very nicely done from Malta to at least try and contribute to that. Because you look at the fragging department, Mitch. If you're wanting anybody in a clutch situation at the moment on VERTEX, it's hazr and Addict.
Mamma mia. Some good Counter-Strike from VERTEX. It's always nice, you know, every single member of this roster has their pop-off potential.
Yeah.
But the exact same thing really could be said for Rooster. You know, sort of think back to 80K's performance at ESL Pro League. Seen ASAP do incredible things throughout the years. Chelios was, you know, that OG who's always been around for quite some time and on the big green, imitating Jane.
Save time. Oh, no.
Falls apart, though, quickly, doesn't it?
Absolutely. 3 versus 5. Weapons handed on over. Brace has a lot to try and do. I don't know if they've actually heard him here with the tickle of that Molotov, but now they certainly know him and hazr and Addict. Everybody getting a piece of this pie. It tastes bloody sweet, doesn't it? But again, it's hazr and Addict, the two shooting up a storm in the server tonight. In this 1 versus 2 for TJP to try and bring this one back.
The fire hit him.
Yeah. Nah, they missed the molly.
Jeez. hazr runs through it, irrespective anyway. But yeah, there's 2 for hazr, 2 for Addict. 20-9 and 25-7. That is an incredible feat here as they close up towards 50 kills together. I do believe from looking over at the other side,
I mean, how many did hazr have in the first half? Like 20 plus.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, starting to close on into the entirety of the Rooster side's combined kills between the two of them. Not quite.
21 at the half, hazr had.
Yeah. I'm just not seeing the full Rooster right now. And whilst obviously I expect them to take this map seriously, I think, you know, they don't certainly shy away from that lower bracket run.
Yeah.
You know, they use it as fuel, momentum even. And from what we know, it looks like it is likely that they'll be facing off against LFO. So it's definitely a beatable team. It means we'll have a different matchup tomorrow instead of a repeat of, you know, John versus Rooster, provided VERTEX win here, of course.
And then regardless of it, will be a remake in the grand final.
Yep, that's it. At least some diversity. A few change-ups. Addict's obviously finding the opener here in the round, and he's just playing patient as best as possible, playing anti.
Yeah, the problem is there's a couple of mollies that Rooster can throw their way. They're opting for the silent approach, and it is sneaky beaky. ASAP on towards hazr. Now Addict has to go for the challenge. The flash is absolutely perfect, but it doesn't matter. He's got another one. What was that shot? That is absolutely ridiculous. Don't tell me he's going to be able to find more. No, he gets shut on down, but at this point in time, the cavalry has arrived, and it's braced to dome out 2. That is actually ridiculous from Addict.
The M4A1S doesn't work that way, Komodo. You know, it's obviously like a laser beam, right? But you don't see the one-taps like you do the AK.
Yeah, hey.
No head armor.
He has painted a masterpiece there.
He has. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And that's what we're seeing right now as Addict starts to close the gap on hazr. They must be feeling good right now. And surely this is going to give them a level of confidence going into tomorrow.
You would hope so. If it doesn't, I don't know what would.
Yeah. Smack around the back of the head. The only other thing, if they slow down from here.
13-5. Rooster with the pistols in this one. See what damage they can deliver. If they can steal a cheeky round, that would be worth its weight in gold at the moment. Bringing the bomb through mid, however. Nobody going to be home from VERTEX. A little bit of a look from Addict at the plateau. Just making sure that no one's going to be boosting over. Seemingly, VERTEX, they are aware of the gaps in the map, the possibilities that Rooster can throw at them. Nice.
Good response. hazr another. So they continue again, the duo, to get the additional kills. Addict. Good response, and there's Malta and PZ. So Komodo, I think it's starting to get to that time where we look to close another chapter on our book of Komodo in the way of the casting and the way it is going. But the good thing about this chapter is it's one that still has an ending that is yet to be determined. You know, it's not like we're closing up the season, because irrespective, we've got 2 more series tomorrow, 2 more best of 3s, 1 elimination, 1 qualification for a prestigious return of IEM Sydney 2023, and they open up strong with some damage here onto ASAP.
Oh, that HE grenade could have finished him off. It's not going to quite hit the mark, but it certainly is going to reset how Rooster want to tackle this round. That is a gorgeous flashbang in. PZ hoping for a second one. Somehow ASAP got another kill, but here they go, steaming on in. Just down to ASAP and Chell now in a 2 versus 3.
Again, it's just that level of confidence that they've got right to re-entry. You know, VERTEX obviously, as what we did see a little bit on Overpass, was just like a level of hesitancy. But now ASAP's completely repositioned. Bomb obviously down at the top of the ramp. Addict's now having a bit of a look in.
He almost needs this gun in the next round. That's the problem right now.
But what does he even do? 7 points of HP. Addict jump spotting. Does get him. Spots the info,
that'll get him.
Down, and ASAP, yeah, he's going to be feeling the heat, I guess you could say. As Addict now ties up hazr for top of the scoreboard. 111 and 127 ADR. Like, I don't like harping on stats over and over and over again, but
yeah,
you know, they're looking good, and they're even calling their tactical timeout as well, just to let this one simmer.
They had combined have 52 kills. Rooster combined have 58.
There you go.
They, as a pair, are 6 kills behind the whole team. That's a stat. You're welcome.
Thank you. I think stats on John Industries, though, if you...
Yeah, I can give you a stat, but you might not like it.
Closing up almost there as we just walk through this pause. LFO 1 round away from making it 16-3 over John Industries after a relatively close affair on Inferno. The game is not just over. Both streams will be ending at similar times. Certainly been an entertaining evening.
Yep.
As ASAP tries to extend his time in the server. So they've actually run past each other as well. Netix tucked his head into the corner, and they're going to be able to be very well rewarded for it. Addict looks for something more, and he gets 2, but it's traded. 1v4 now, 1v3 rather for PZ, and they've spotted him.
Yeah, but the bomb
Should be at least around for Rooster, right?
already over towards the A site, and he could actually beat it here. He could be able to deny, and a molly and a HE grenade. He has the element of timing, the element of surprise. No shots on the flash.
They're not going to
jump on up. I don't actually know. They're starting to clear him. There's the first, but all the trade. Okay.
Oh.
A sixth afforded for Rooster.
I was going to say, like, you know, surely they weren't going to expect it that early, but great read from Chelios with that Molotov onto Tetris.
Imagine a comeback at this point in time. Send us the nuke. An eco for VERTEX. Oh, an attack for this B site. It's been seen. Oh.
Addict has gotten 3 with the USB.
How, bro?
Luckily, Chelios has also gotten 3 with the AK. But Addict now has 31 kills.
Yep.
So it's all going well for him. He's happy for this game to continue on, it would so seem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, look, 8 match points. It's not often you see a dreaded word starting with T from this moment. Because usually it's not. It's just that mental game where you let it slip out of your hands.
A dreaded word starting with T.
Dive into overtime. Yeah, it's when you toss a ball, you know?
Oh, now I get it. Yeah, gotcha.
I don't like to say
I was thinking overtime, and I'm like, hang on a second, that's like 8 rounds away.
Hey, whoa, that's a dirty word.
No, I'll say that
You
one.
don't say that in this scoreline.
Yeah, you do.
Now we're due for one. All right, we're going late tonight, boys.
It's all right. We need Mitch Half-Day Con Cannon to not appear.
Oh, he's here. He's here in the server as usual. Casting some Oceanic Counter-Strike. But again, early stalemate, 5v5.
Ooh, Addict. Bit of a duel that he certainly needs to come out on top of. He's got a lot of this utility for the VERTEX side. 50 seconds, though, to try and get this plant if you're Rooster. And I do believe that that little spot up from Malta has actually found a world of information over at the A site. He's going to fall back and drop his own utility. Can Rooster sell any semblance of a fake to draw out this utility of VERTEX to try and keep them engaged? This bomb around the A side of things. Where you're trying to sell, but it is to Rooster.
Good responses there. hazr and Malta continuing to hold on as best as possible. Nedic looking to shoulder that one out. PZ now does have to reposition, and he is spotted ASAP. Does get 1 and make it 2. Now the rotation has to come through as Chelios gets it. Goes down to the carries. Is it going to be enough of a level of timing? The answer is no. And already, we do see Addict go fishing for ASAP. Does find 1. But they are a little bit further back now here. It certainly looks like it's going to be another round for Rooster.
That was a 5 versus 3 around the A side as well. And I feel like there was just some ill timing from VERTEX to try and set up a flash for the A ramp when they didn't necessarily need to. Just hold steadfast and block them from getting on in. Kind of overcook the chicken a little bit.
Oh, man. It is starting to fall a little bit. Maybe a little bit of complacency, but yeah, I felt like that was just, you know, good trading out from Rooster, which has been lacking in this map specifically. It was a lot better, obviously, back on Overpass.
It's all right. There's still 7 rounds before we get into overtime territory. Still enough time for PZ to find double digits, for example. For VERTEX to try and get that grand final ticket. 1 best of 3 away from IEM Sydney. It's got to be a good statement to have ring in your ears. And that is a good shot from a player that you don't necessarily see with an AWP in hand. That's the level where we're at right now.
How confident. Look, he saved that up, right? That wasn't dropped by another teammate. He saved that himself. And I respect the confidence to go for it. You know, they're at an advantage here. Sure, none of them have Kevlar to work with, but as Addict starts to rotate his way around, they are going to start to at least rip them apart a little bit. He does have a good line here. The smoke is actually going to favor them. Does get the spot, but they walk up close. Is anyone going to swing on towards the side here? They have to cross.
I don't think they will.
At least no. Never mind. They don't have to at all. So Addict does try to reposition. And he's just going to miss the timing here. So it is still going to be the advantage running the way of Rooster.
No.
Addict narrowly misses the shot, but his movement is good. TJ still swings for it, though. No way! Addict! He just needs one more. It's all
No
on 20k, but it's not going to
way.
matter as Malta will close it. Addict is a monster, and Malta is going to try and rub his face in it. Jesus, Vertex. Okay, what a victory. There it is. 16-8. Similar score.
I have a question.
Both of these maps. Hit me. Go.
They went into that round with an AWP only. How did that work?
Ah, look, it's an AWP at the very least, right? But that is